in order to help you to be more ready, more prepared for the exams. So we're gonna review today. Okay, I believe it will help you a lot for preparation for your exam tomorrow. Your exam again will be in the afternoon after we have the hiking to the mud ball. Okay, I think after lunch. Okay, do you have question before we start? Okay, now for the review, I would like you to, just kind of write down what we are discussing today for the review. So make sure then you study again at home for your tomorrow exam. Okay, so again, now this class is tropical biodiversity and conservation, right? So mostly we learning about ecology. That's actually part of the ecological study. Now, what is ecology?
Study of the environment.
Environment. There should be keyword over there. It's not only ecosystem. What is ecosystem? What is the keyword for ecology? Relationship, interaction, okay, within the organisms, and that one, the environment. Okay, so ecology is a study of interactions within organisms and their non-living environment. That's ecology. Okay, therefore there are two components over there, right? Which is organisms and the non-living component, non-living environment. Now, what is organism? You have to know what is organism because you study about organism in their habitat. Now you have to know what is organism. What is organism? Is this living thing or non-living thing? It is living things. Remember, in the organisms, there are some characteristics, right? This is living things that have specific characteristics. Some of them, first, they are able to process. They have a chemical reaction. What do you call that process? Metabolism. So it has metabolisms. That's an organism. They are able to perform metabolism. So what is the second characteristic? If you hit them, if you hit me, then I will hit you back. What do you call that? Responsiveness. Responsiveness. Okay. What next? Reproduction. This is another characteristic of organism. So at least if you notice that organism is living thing that have specific characteristics, some of them over there, you will be fine. Now, these organisms then can be classified because we got so many organisms. Is classified. Now, when these organisms, what do you call the group of organisms that interbreed and produce viable offspring? Species. Yeah, see, you ready. If it is in the question, then easy, right? Species. Now, sometimes, species, they cannot interbreed. Different species cannot interbreed. And this is what we call the barrier. There is a barrier between species, so they cannot interbreed because what? There is the isolation. The isolation may be pre-zygotic or post-zygotic. Did we learn that one? Okay, so pre-zygotic example, if it is different sexual organs, what do you call that? Mechanical. If they're in different habitats, they're living? Habitat isolation. If it is different time, temporal oscillations. What else? Different time, different habitat, different structure. Okay. Now, post-zygotic. Post-zygotic mean they're able to mate, they're able to copulate, but there are two things maybe happening. After they copulate, the zygote is actually not really developed. So they might have, stillbirth or something like that. Or maybe the embryo develop and then born into species, into a new organism. Now, what do you call the organism that produced by these different species?
Hybrid.
Hybrid. What is example?
Liger.
Liger and
Mule.
mules. Okay. Okay, now, in species like us, for example, human, consists of chromosomes, right? In the chromosome, there is a sequence of nucleotide that actually will define our characters, and it will be inherited into our offspring. Now, what do you call that sequence of nucleotide or short DNA that become our inherited things? What do you call it?
Alleles?
No, allele is combination of that is creating this gene. It's called gene. Okay, so a gene is the sequence of DNA that inherited, that give the character to us and inherited to our offspring. Now, what do you call the number of gene in one individual?
The gene.
If it is in individual, is called genome, right? Genome. It is in the individual. Okay, like me, I have a genome. You have a genome. Maybe we have different number, because there is a varieties within the genome itself. So in human, it is estimated there are 20,000 to 25,000 genes. Okay, so everybody will carry maybe different number and different type of gene. Therefore, there are varieties because of this. Now, what do you call all the genes in the population? When people study population and they, collected all the gene, what do you call this?
Gene pool.
Gene pool. Good job. Okay, good. Now, when we talk about organisms, they have place to live. Now, what do you call that place to live? What is the place? Habitats. Good job. So habitats. And organisms also have roles in their place. What do you call that roles?
Niche.
Niche. Good job. Habitat and niche. Can two organisms be in one habitat?
Yes.
Yes. Can two organisms have the same niche at the same time? No, never. They will fight. They will compete. Okay, that's the niche. The roles cannot be the same at the same place at the same time. Okay, now there are species that really have or need specific habitats. Sometimes they only eat certain plants, they only live in certain temperatures. They cannot live in wide range of habitat or wide range of environment. What do you call that species?
Genus.
Listen again. Listen again the question, the answer. Sometimes organisms just need a very little space. They only need specific food. They only, live in a very specific temperature. It's not wide range. So if it is not wide range, you become specialist. Don't forget that. The one that are actually able to live in any condition, let's say, a variety of condition, eat anything like human. Okay, we eat what? We eat vegetable, we eat animal, we eat, something that has been processed, whatever. So this individual, this organism is considered as the generalist. Okay. Don't be confused with that one. If you confuse, you're gonna be sad during the exam. Okay. Now, let's say biomes. So ecosystem. Ecosystem divided into two main types, right? If it is on land, it's called terrestrial. If it is water, it's called aquatic ecosystem. So terrestrial, aquatic. Now, terrestrial ecosystem divided into 10 biomes, right? Okay, 10 biomes. What do you call the biomes where the precipitation is very high? Annual precipitation is high, maybe 400 or more, and then it is located in a torrid. Torrid means humid and hot area. What do you call that biomes?
Tropical rainforest.
Tropical rainforest. A lot of rain. Precipitation is rain, right? And then torrid means tropical, humid and hot. What do you call the biomes where it is in between temperate and frigid zones, and it is dominant by the coniferous plant? Boreal or taiga. Okay, so there are three names over there, right? Boreal forest, taiga, and coniferous forest. That's the same biome. What do you call the biome in the frigid zones? Almost cold all the time. Tundra. Toyota Tundra. Okay. You get this one, you fine. Okay. That 10 biomes over there. Now, for the aquatic ecosystem, it consists of two types. Where if it is salty, it's called marine. If it is fresh, it's called freshwater ecosystem. Okay. Yeah. You're good with that introduction. Now we go to the type of ecosystem. Okay. Now for the aquatic ecosystem, there are marine and freshwater. Let's say the freshwater ecosystem. Okay? It divided into two types. Right? If it is flowing ecosystem, is called lotic. If it is standing water, is called lentic. Good job.